Diane in Denmark here. It is Friday, hooray, the weekend. You may have seen my videos under the name Flylady Diane. I've got a lot of videos out there. I used to be a Flylady mentor with Flylady Premium. I'm no longer doing the one-to-one mentoring, but I'm still continuing to make these videos because if you've been with me since the beginning, you will know that I love the Flylady system and I use it in all aspects of my life. And making these videos keeps me accountable, and I hope it will help you to understand the Flylady system and make it work for you. So anyway, it's Friday. You know, we all want to get started with the weekend. It's beautiful sunshine in Denmark. We've had dreadful weather the last month. And I've finished my morning routine. I've been out for my swim. I cycled down to the sea and had my swim, and I've even got my washing hanging outside. Hooray! If you don't have a tumble dryer, if you're the same as me, you will know how big that is a deal to get your washing outside and be able to get it dried and folded and put away in the same day. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you today and give you 3 ways to jumpstart your weekend, 3 Flylady ways to do it. So I'm just going to take my timer because I don't want to run over time. There we are. You know that if you've seen one of my videos before, you'll know that there's always a timer in there somewhere. Anyway, the first tip I want to give you is using the timer. Sometimes you'll feel, you know, getting to the weekend that, oh, you know, the house is in a state and you might want to give the house and yourself a quick fix. Now, I've made a video about this before. I'll find it and I'll put a link to it. I think I actually put it on the playlist for the 31 baby steps. Now, of course, we all need a quick fix sometimes. I mean, you know, I need a quick fix sometimes when I've got a bit off the rails or we're back from vacation and we really need to kind of jumpstart things again. So you can go and watch that video and it will walk you through just setting your timer for, you know, 5, 10 or 15 minutes and working in each of the main areas of your house, just giving a quick fix. You know, like the 5 minutes in the kitchen, 5 minutes in the living room, 5 minutes in the bathroom, and just doing a quick fix in there with the timer so that you're focused and concentrated will change things completely. But having said that, make sure that you are not doing those quick fixes all the time, because a quick fix, yeah, you know, it's good. It kind of puts a plaster over the problem. But if you have the chaos going on, what you need is consistency. And that is where being consistent with your routines and doing the 31 baby steps will really stand you in good stead. So the first thing is, if you're feeling like, oh, you're just overwhelmed with everything, go and do a quick fix. You know, just a 5-minute room rescue in each of the main areas of the house, the main rooms. So that was the first thing. Number 2, the second tip I want to give to you, a Flylady tip for the weekend, is if you're coming out for the weekend, and this is going to be twofold. Either, you know, if you have projects that you are doing with the rest of the family, and you know, I talked about it last week. We were in our Swedish summer cabin that we use at the weekends. We were painting outside. If you have a project that you're doing with the family, then set yourself up for the weekend and make sure that you're thinking ahead. You know, do you have the supplies, you know, to do that project? If it's a DIY project, if it's, I don't know, scrapbooking, whatever it is, have you thought about what you're going to be eating? You know, you've got to make sure that everybody is fed and watered. Just set yourself up so that those projects, you know, that you get off to the best start possible. And that could be any kind of project or anything that you want to do with the family at the weekend. It can also be a project in that, you know, maybe you're thinking of taking a day trip. You know, have you actually planned where you're going? Have you bought the tickets? Have you checked the weather? Have you filled up the car with petrol? just if you have any kind of project going on this weekend with the family, you know, you're going to the movies, you know, have you checked out what time the movies are playing? Can you get tickets? Will you be eating when you're out, or do you have something in the crock pot? Just think ahead and get yourself off to the best start possible for that project. Now, on the other hand, if the other kind of projects that you might have going on are projects, let's put it this way, not projects like that, but you know, you've got things on your mind, oh, I really should do that, and I need to phone the insurers, and I need to find out what the kids need, and we have school supplies and all those things. If, you know, don't spend your whole weekend worrying about those type of things. As I've said to you before, what I really hope you will do is just take a little notebook. I'm sure the kids have some old ones lying around. You know, I'm always using the kids' old school notebooks that they never finish. I get the old ones. Just write down, you know, on Friday morning or Friday afternoon, what is it that is on your mind right now that we will deal with. I'll help you to deal with it next week. You know, is it something, you know, have you got birthday party coming up that you need to brainstorm? Whatever it is, just write it down and get it out of your head and onto a piece of paper, and we will deal with it later. What we don't want is all those ideas going around in our head, and this also fits in with the Getting Things Done system. You know, I use Flylady and Getting Things Done. It's the same thing. We need to get all those thoughts out of our head, because that's where the stress comes in, when we've got all those thoughts going around in our head and we've got no plan for it. So, you know, if it's Friday, and the same in the office, if you've got things, if you're working in an office, you know, working outside the home or working inside the home, if you are retired, if you've got health issues, please take the weekend to have some fun and relax. Get everything out your head, write it down on a piece of paper, and you know that we're going to get to it next week on Monday, Tuesday, whenever, okay? We've got to keep our weekends free. So that was the second thing about projects. Either you are setting yourself up to get that project done, or you're thinking about the projects, putting it on a piece of paper, or if you use something on your telephone, you know, to keep all your ideas together, put it there, and then don't worry about it over the weekend, okay? Third thing, another great Flylady way to jumpstart your weekend is to keep going with your Flylady routines every single day of the week. And I know I've said it before, and I know a lot of you don't believe me, but you know, I learned the hard way. You know, I would be really consistent with my Flylady routines Monday to Friday, and you know, get, you know, dressed to shoes. And yes, I am dressed to shoes. See, I've got my lace up indoor shoes on. I would be great, you know, Monday to Friday, and then at the weekend I would think, well, I don't need to do my routines. Big mistake, because we think the routines are more work for us, and it's the opposite. The routines take the stress out of things for us. It keeps us going, it keeps the house going, it keeps the family going. So we've got to keep going with those routines. Now, as I've said before, you don't need to do exactly the same routine as you do Monday to Friday. You know, find out what works for you. It doesn't need to be done by a certain time, as I mentioned yesterday. Don't get caught up in the actual time things are done, but just make sure that you get it done. I'll give you an example. I normally get up around 6:15 in the morning on working days, Monday to Friday. The weekend I get up later. It could be 7:15, could be 8:15. I don't normally sleep after that because I'm getting so old that I kind of wake up, you know, at the same time every day. But as soon as I get up, I do my morning routine. So it doesn't matter what time I get up, I'm just going through the same stages. Come down here, grab my cup of coffee, get a load of washing on if that's what I need to do, you know, have a shower, get dressed, have breakfast. So just make sure that you keep going with the routines, because that will make for a good weekend, because you won't be feeling guilty and you won't be feeling stressing, oh, what was I was meant to be doing, and what are we eating, and what's for dinner, and it also stops that backlog, that log jam when we get to Monday and we think, oh, we need another weekend to recover from the weekend. Now, while I'm talking about that, about routines and weekends, if you are finding that you are not checking off your routines, the chances are that you've got too many things on that list. Please don't, or you've got the wrong things on your list. And if you need help with those, we did a challenge together. I think it was called the 7-day Flylady Routines Challenge. I'll put a link to it, and I will talk you through, how to get the best routines for yourself. You do not need to take the routines as they're written on the Flylady website. Everybody's different, and we all need different things, and we all need different, I go through that in the 7 days of the challenge. I give you tips every day, but knowing which things you have to put on your routines list first to ensure that you get the other things ticked off. So you can go and have a look at that if you want to do that. Anyway, let me see. Oh my goodness, right, okay, and I really like to keep these videos under the 15-minute mark. So anyway, that's my 3 Flylady tips for getting a jump start to your weekend. You are going to do a quick fix if that's what you need to do. Hopefully you don't need a quick fix. You are going to think about what is coming up for the weekend. If you've got projects coming up or things that you want to do with a family or significant other, set yourself up for success for that. But if also we've got to put away all those other projects in our mind, get them written down on a piece of paper and put them away, put them away in a desk drawer or in your control journal, whatever it is, put them away until, we start work Monday morning, and keep going with those routines. I can't stress it enough. The routines make less work for us, and who doesn't want less work and less stress? Now, it is Friday, which is, date night, clean out your car, clean out your purse, and as I have just come back from my sea swim, I've got my bag which I need to tidy out with my, I need to put this towel in the wash and put in a fresh one so I'm ready to go. I need to put away my sunglasses, and I've got my sun cream and whatever. And also, watch out Flylady, also I'll be tidying out my handbag. This is my very small handbag that I'm using right now during the summer. And I've got keys in there, keys for, I know this is really embarrassing, but I've got tons of stuff in here. I've got my keys for the swimming club, I've got various keys for that, my bike keys, and I've got receipts from being out shopping on errand day. We were getting shoes for my DS17 for my son, and I've got loyalty cards, and I can see I've got various lipsticks in there that need to come out. Anyway, if you want a rundown of what I normally carry in my handbag and what I do on a Friday, Flylady Fridays are, date night, fill up the car, clean out the car, and clean out your handbag, purse, sports bag. I'll put a link to the basic weekly plan for Fridays in the information and up there. So anyway, I think that was everything I wanted to cover today. Hope you have a fantastic Friday. Oh, and if you saw I did a video, I think it was on Wednesday, and I'll be doing another one next week where I show you, I declutter at least one item every day, and this is actually what I'm wearing today. This t-shirt, my son was decluttering it. He doesn't like it, and I don't normally wear these kind of print t-shirts. I'm 50 years old and I'm not really anyway. I thought, well, it looked quite fun, especially because, if you can see here, it has the name of Copenhagen, as we say in Danish, København. Yeah, no, we don't say Copenhagen, it's København. So just say Copenhagen. All the tourists say Copenhagen. It's not Copenhagen, it's København. So there you go, København. And I've got somebody else's junk is somebody else's treasure. So there you go. I've got my København t-shirt on today, and also some jewelry. My daughter won one of these. I've got quite a nice pearl necklace, and the other one is one that my daughter won at an amusement park, you know, where you can win things in the tombola thing. She won this pearl necklace, and I wear it a lot. So anyway, it's funny how, you know, somebody else's junk is somebody else's treasure. So keep going with your decluttering, just one item a day, and you will be amazed at what you find. So anyway, that's it for me, Diane in Denmark. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Keep going with those routines. I don't post Saturday and Sunday. I keep off the internet. Hope you will too. But I will be back bright and early with you Monday morning. Okay, have a great weekend. Live long and prosper, and see you soon.